Um, Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna be teaching you guys from how to get to noob to decent. Notice how I said decent. So if you're already like decently good at this game, this might not help you that much. But if you're like, you don't know how to do a lot of stuff and really bad, this will teach you some stuff. So the main things I'm going to be teaching is like triple ramping, 90ing, and I'm going to talk about some tips and things that even pros make mistakes. So like some things like unnecessary building and the elements in the game. So I'm just going to play a map that has that lets me build. So I'm gonna teach you how to 90, because 90 is an easy way to get a high ground. If someone already has high ground on you, and you just you don't want to ramp towards them, you just want to go straight up, you can 90, or you could triple ramp. I like triple ramp better personally, but you gotta use both of them in different situations. So yeah. I'm just gonna get some weapons here to help demonstrate. So this is just like tips and tricks on how to become from bad to decent. So if you're like decent, this probably won't help you too much, but I would still recommend watching it. But it's your choice. Alright. I'll just get a sniper and then alright, so first thing I want to teach is 90ing. So let's go over here. So how I 90 is I do wall. Alright, let me show you if I were to do it. I'm not the fastest, and see I make mistakes. But if you just if you combine 90ing with other elements in this game, you should really use it to your advantage. The second thing I want to teach is triple ramping. So So basically it's just ramping, but there's they'd have to shoot through 2 layers if they want to shoot down. So it has a little bit of durability and stuff. And first I'm going to teach you how to 90. So I actually learned 90ing by spectating someone doing it, and they would do it so they would do wall, they would do floor, and then they'd jump, put ramp, and then wall, floor, ramp. But that's not how I do it. I don't put floors in my 90. I just do wall, ramp. But this can cause you to do this a lot. But it's really your opinion. So how I do it is look to your left, wall, look to your right, wall, jump ramp, and go up, wall, look to your right, wall. It's okay if you place it here, but you may or may not place it, but let's say do. And then you can jump ramp and then You can just keep doing that. Or what you could do is you could do like with the floor. See, I don't like floors because I always do that to me. Yeah, sometimes you can do it successful. See, it can happen, but no, that's how I 90. So what 90ing is useful for is, okay, let's say I am the opponent, alright? He's ramping up to you, alright? And then you're right here, you're seeing him, and you know that you need to get high ground quick because he's ramping towards you. So if you start 90ing, you can get some easy high, or like some easy height, and maybe, I don't know, snipe him or something. But I would 90 a little bit up, and then I would like sort of get in position for him. But if they're like ramping towards you, and then I want to answer why it's best not to ramp back. Because if they already have high ground on you, if they started ramping before you, and you're ramping after they already ramped, you're at a disadvantage. Because they can like, when they can high ground, they can cone you, they can do all sorts of things with high ground. So it's just a really big disadvantage. So you want to get high ground from a distance and not go towards them. I mean, I guess you could like ramp the other way. So like if I was ramping towards you, and then, so this is the opponent right there, he's ramping towards you. You could like ramp this way, just ramp. But then if you see, you're very exposed. If he's ramping this way, he can just stand still, shoot you. And then, you know, even if you like do that, you know, he's probably going to be like up here, because if he's ramping, so, or she's ramping. So that's why you want a 90. Alright, now I'm going to teach you how to triple ramp. So triple ramping is useful when, you know, you want to ramp to someone, but you don't want them to shoot you down. I mean, they can still shoot you down with it. It's just, you know, you can, if, I wouldn't do this if, you know, you just see them. I wouldn't just immediately start triple ramping because they can shoot you down. I would start triple ramp, like 90ing up a little bit, and then probably start placing a little bit of cones and like sort of try to basically hide yourself and see it, like if once they start building, you can start triple ramping, because that, like, basically you're engaging in a build fight, because otherwise you're gonna lose your advantage there. So yeah, and how do you do triple ramping? So my friends do it a different way. I'm pretty sure my friends do it like floor, wall, ramp. But what I don't like about floor wall ramp is you, like, you're walking here, you can do this, and then you could do that easier. So what I do instead is I do floor, ramp, wall. And this actually also puts you at a disadvantage. It can make you do this a lot. And you have two options. You can either edit it and then continue, or if you do it, I like to just turn around and then, oh wait, I just like to, like, let's say I'm triple ramping, I build wall, I usually like to turn around, do like a quick 90 right there. So you can do those two things. I'm not too good at editing, so I like to do the second option. And so triple ramping, yeah, that's triple ramping. So now I'm going to talk about unnecessary building. So when I first started playing this game in Season 5, I didn't know how to build. I was on Combat Pro. And if you guys know Combat Pro, it's very hard to build like properly and smoothly. So I'd suggest, if you're watching this video and you're on Combat Pro, switch. It only took me like maximum a month to get used to it, but it will improve your gameplay so much. Like with Combat Pro, I didn't know how to 90, I didn't know how to triple ramp. I didn't know how to do all of those things. So that's why you wanna switch to Builder Pro. But you know, you can actually still do all those things without. Oh, my controller battery's low. Oh god. But you can still do those things without being on Builder Pro. But I'd highly suggest doing Builder Pro or custom settings. You know. Okay, so now I want to talk about unnecessary building. So when I first started the game, I couldn't build, you know, I was on Combat Pro, so, you know, simply I just didn't build. Like, if the only reason I would build is if I was spam building, and, you know, since it's really hard, that would really not do anything. I would just trap myself in a box, and since I was bad, I didn't know really how to edit or get out. So, unnecessary building, like, when I was back then, like, I would always know that I would always have the element of stealth if I was if I was gonna fight someone, because I would never build that much, because building attracts so much attention. That's what I'm usually always afraid of, you know. So that's why sometimes I don't like to build, because it'll give our location, our stealth away, you know. It takes away the element of surprise, which can really give you a pretty big advantage here. Okay. Now I want to talk about one last thing, waterfalling. I have learned this recently, and I'm still not the best at it. So I want to apologize for that, but let me show you what it is. So basically, like, you're on high ground, you notice someone's trying to shoot you down, and you notice you can go down. So you can either like rotate your stair and then just start doing this, but this is gonna take too much time, and it's just gonna make it so that, like, you know, when you do get down doing this method, all right, and you want to try to like box up and you put a stair, it's gonna mess up, and it's gonna take you some time to rotate it back. So that's what I would suggest. So instead of doing that, I would, you know, you would have to basically go down. And so you do 3 walls and then floor, or less. You could do 2. You could do like 2, but I was trying to stay safe and do 3. I forgot, wait, what's the like build thing to take fall damage? This map doesn't have fall damage, so basically you'd build walls. Okay, let me try to do one last time. I'm probably going to do it unsuccessfully, but this is the last thing you have to learn. It's going to help you. Oh my god, I'm actually bad at it. So basically you'd build walls connected to that stair, and then you'd build a floor beneath your feet right before you're about to take like the fall damage. No, like, you know, you do it every 3 walls you build, so this way you don't take fall damage, and then you can, it's a way to drop down basically. And yeah, and now I want to talk about, you know, doing floor ramp or floor cone. This is usually like, I like to call it kind of sky basing, but it can be really useful, especially if you want to keep height but you don't want to keep going up, because sometimes if you keep going up, it may result in you not being able to see the opponent. So like, let's say that is the opponent, all right, and I want to get even more high ground, all right, so I would 90 up, but right now I don't see him because my building is blocking him. So what I would do is I would just do like floor ramp, and then basically you have a little bit of time to peek at him and like see like where he is and stuff. So that's why it's you know, you want to do that. It's really all I have for this video. I kind of felt like making a tutorial on how to get from bad to decent. probably even better than me, because I'm not that good, but, you know, please like and subscribe. Oh, shoot.